Hello everyone, it's Liam here from Crimson Productions. Today I'm going to be giving a brief overview of what you guys can expect from The Flash Season 2 of our fan series. I didn't do this with Season 1 and I believe it would have helped you all to have some insight into the arc first, so without further ado, let's get into it. To open the video, let's talk about the main villain of Series 2. Yes, this is the one and only Savitar. For those who don't know, Savitar was introduced in the comics as a Wally West villain who had a cult worship him. And to cut a long story short, Wally trapped him in the Speed Force until after Crisis, where Barry Allen's return from the dead allowed him to get out for basically 2 seconds before Barry accidentally kills him and becomes Dark Flash, or Black Flash, or whatever you want to call him. If you want to know more of how that story ends or what happens with it, I recommend going to either buy the Flash Rebirth comic or have a look at it on DC fandom pages. In the TV series, Savitar was used as the villain of Series 3 as a Barry Allen villain instead of Wally West, and we all know how that turned out and his identity. In the comics, Savitar was unnamed and no one knew who he really was before he was Savitar. In the TV show, Savitar is, spoiler warning, if you guys don't want anything spoiled or you want to watch a TV series, then turn off now. Okay, is a time remnant of Barry Allen who was disfigured by Savitar, then became Savitar, creating a never-ending loop. Savitar ran back in time and made himself appear to be the first ever speedster, then skipped to the end of the season. He wants Irish dead, so Barry will end up creating him in the future so that him as a time remnant can then become Savitar. Still with me? Okay, good. Now, in our Series 2, the Savitar concept is going to be very, very different. Not in all ways, as I'm bringing elements of the comics Savitar and TV Savitar, but with a different motive altogether. Which I'm not going to spoil, and I'm not going to spoil his identity, because as I said, we're doing something different to the source material and TV show, while keeping the character and the original idea of Savitar intact. Savitar will be appearing in all 5 episodes of Season 2 and be the main villain. Of course, other characters will be set up and appear, but they won't be the main focus, and that brings me to part 2 of the video. Season 1 was the biggest hit out I've ever had on this channel. My Doctor Who fan series wasn't the most viewed and liked, but I feel with The Flash I'm finally doing a story that I can get my teeth into and have the freedom to do something different with it, rather than keep to 60 years of solid continuity. That being said, the tone of Season 2 is going to be very different to Season 1. Of course, I'm going to be keeping the elements that worked within the first season, but that's what drew you guys in. But the structure of the episodes is going to be different. And now, the point of this section of the video is this. Season 2 will be focusing on Barry Allen, and side characters will not be massively included. I've spoken to the cast about this, and after seeing where I'm going with the story, they approve. Wells will not be in Season 2 much, very little in fact, and this is why. In the comics, Barry may have had Wally, Iris and Jay, etc., but there was no massive Team Flash in the beginning as far as I'm aware. Now, it depends on what era of Flash you know the best, be it Ezra, Grant, Rebirth, Silver Age or Golden Age. It will differ, but Barry Allen generally works alone. I think it's important for me, as I'm writing the series, to think of what the hell are all these characters going to bring to the series? What effect will they have? What's their purpose? In Series 1, due to availability issues, some characters were not included as big parts as originally scripted, and they had no purpose really to the plot. So to avoid that happening again and investing in characters you hardly see, I've decided to now keep the side characters to a minimum for this season. Yes, people such as Alicia, who play Caitlin, may have cameos, but with the arc of this season, it's very important to focus on Barry, basically having to cope alone, and I hope you all see why I've made that decision to essentially rip Team Flash apart and build to a new Team Flash that we can invest in, and that has a purpose. Now, part 3, if you are still here, and if you're not bored. So, as we continue to the end of this video, I hope you are all still awake and following this. I want to move on to the new addition, Ralph Dibny, played by Dan Wilkes, and the Trickster, played by Scott Cartwright in Season 1. Originally, I had a plan of 10 episodes for Season 2, But I think if we dragged it out that long, it would be full of useless scenes and drag on. So, new plan. Season 2's original 10 episodes will be filmed back to back but be released as Season 2 and Season 3. Now, you may think, what's he doing? Well, let me explain. During Season 2, it's very important for Savitar to be the focus. In Season 1, we had 3 villains and it was 2-packed to condense into 5 episodes, so the ending of Negative had to be changed last minute, but that's a story for another time. So, to make sure Savitar gets the spotlight, he will be the only focus of Season 2. But again, that being said, Ralph Dibny's arc with the Trickster will be building during Season 2, with Scott popping in as a guest star alongside Dan. The Trickster plot was supposed to be the last 5 episodes of Season 2, but now it's better to have it as Season 3. Ralph will be popping up in Season 2 with cameos from Scott, so you can have more time to get to know these characters before their arc begins properly. And moving to the last section of this video, finally, where is Barry Allen when we pick up in Season 2? Well, what I can say is the university era is over and Barry will be moving on to his CCPD era as an intern alongside Ralph. So it's been a while between Season 1 and 2 for Barry and he's having to get used to balancing his life at CCPD and being the Flash. Yes, we have a new interior courtesy of the University of Wolverhampton, so Barry will be in CCPD often in Season 2. The reason I decided to do this is to make it feel like his comic book origins are really beginning. The CCPD angle really makes it feel like when writing and filming that Barry is moving towards his natural well-known comic book destiny, but have it also be different too. So what did you sit through this video for? Let's conclude. In conclusion, Barry Allen will be interning at CCPD and balancing his life as the Flash on his own with his life as Barry. Ralph Dibny and the Trickster will be plotting away throughout the season, and Savitar is going to be the main focus of Season 2. Now, last thing that I want you guys to know. The 5 episodes will be structured like Season 1, with the first 2 episodes introducing the villain and characters and plots, with Episode 3 being the mid-section where we get answers and a 2-part finale showdown against the Flash and Savitar. I want to thank everyone for their support and for liking and viewing the episodes. Honestly, I wouldn't have the confidence in this project if it wasn't for the people around me and all of you people letting me know you like it and want more. And to those who don't and are trolls or haters, bring it on! The Flash fan series is here and I have no plans to stop it anytime soon. Hell, I'm even planning Seasons 4 and 5 in my head. Kind of. So, to everyone who has supported us and helped this channel grow, Season 2 is for you guys and I hope we do you proud. Thank you for watching and I cannot wait to share more trailers, episodes, behind the scenes with you guys. So this is Liam signing off and I will see you again in another video if anything changes or after Season 2.